Hello, my friends. How are you doing? Thanks for joining. Great day today. I hope you have a great day too. Let me pop out the chat real quick. There we go. Hi. Hi, Phil. Thanks for joining. Hi, King TikTok. Interesting name. Thank you for joining. I think there was someone else. Let me close this again and refresh. Ah, yeah, Andrej. Hi. Thanks for joining. Hi. How are you doing? Thank you. So really awesome. I hope some more people are joining. Also tell me where you come from. Don't just say hi, tell me where the location is you're at. Does the sound work? Yes, I think so, right? Okay, good. So today we're gonna work a little bit more on the Benny production challenge of this month. I wanna show you what I have done so far. And yeah, it was really interesting. I spent a lot of time editing this and also finding resources is really hard. So the interesting thing is, like, I learned a lot of new things. It was really nice to do that challenge. I want to do a challenge like that every month now because it's really a very nice way to learn about how to get better with editing, with composition, with all these kind of things. Hi, Phil from Durham, UK. You have a lot of cases right now. That's really crazy. I was really blown. My mind was blown by reading the news on BBC. You have like 50,000 cases per day. That is really amazing. Yeah, so I hope that gets better. So please stay safe in the UK. Hi, Paul, also from England. Wow, okay, another one. Hi, how are you doing? Thanks for joining. Yeah, so crazy times. Right now in Austria it's down, in Germany it's down, so we have like the valley right now, and let's see where this is gonna be in some weeks. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm really looking forward to the stream today to show you what I've done and talk to you about the process. By the way, I've also recorded it as a time lapse. I hope that worked out. Because I tried something new in OBS to record just 1 frame per second. I think that should be good to create a time lapse. And I recorded about 5 hours, but I didn't record the whole process. Like I recorded most of the editing process, but I did not record the searching process. And that's probably another let's say, yeah, like 4 hours or something like that. It's really like cumbersome to find the right resources to use with the composite you want to create. But actually, the resources are the most important part. Hi, Garson from Brazil. How are you doing? Thanks for joining. Hi, Benito from France. How are you doing? Juan from Puerto Rico. Hi, thanks for joining. Really awesome to have you here. Yeah, so, oh, by the way, today, let me switch over. How do I do this right now? Oh, wait a second. We can also switch over. 1 second. Let me just find the right folder. So today we have to celebrate something because as soon as I find the image, there we go. Let me switch over to the work view if I find it. There we go. Boom! We have 40,000 subscribers on the channel as of today. So that's really, really amazing. Thank you very much, everybody, for supporting my channel and following me. And I hope I can provide great content for you. So yeah, that is really amazing that right now we have 40,000 subscribers, which is, I never thought that I would get so many subscribers, to be honest. And yeah, it is really cool. It's really interesting. And also, it is more responsibility, of course. This is what I also told you last stream. Like, I really need to get like better and provide better content, and maybe also a little bit more focused and show you more of my own personal journey, just to make everything like more, how can I say, useful for you, right? Because everything I do is like to educate you, to help you, to support you to do your own artistic work, right? So that's really important to get better at that. So thank you very much for everybody who's following me, for your support and your passion, and also your positive, like really cool community that I have. It's really, really awesome. Thank you very much for that. Where's my chat? 1 second. So boom, there we go. Okay. Hi, Sabine. From Portugal. How are you doing? I hope you still like it in Portugal. And you have a good, like, how do you say, arrival there and enjoy the time. And like, I don't know, I hope it's as good as you imagined. Hi, Phil. Oh, thank you very much. That's so nice to hear that. Teaching us new things all the time. Yeah, I hope I do. I hope I always find interesting things for you to learn. Let's put this a little bit here on the side. Pavel from Austria, Ehrwald, Austria. Hi, how are you doing? Light to Pixel from Vienna. Hi, how are you doing? Thanks for joining. Juan from congratulations. Oh, thank you very much. That's awesome. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Did I leave anyone out? I hope not. No. Uwe from Northern Germany. Hi, how are you doing? I hope you're fine. There is like really, how do you say, like a flood right now in Germany. It's a little bit also in Austria too. A lot of people died in Germany. It's really crazy. Like it's the highest number ever from rain flood. So really crazy. But I mean, yeah, this is like the climate change that we have. And I think right now more people are starting to realize that this is going to be a real problem and it's going to be more extreme in coming years, right? So everything is becoming quite complicated in the next decades, right? With the nature, with health, with all these kind of things, right? So yeah, at least we have photo editing. So you can always build your own digital worlds and create some happiness that way, right? Okay. Okay. Thank you very much, Gerson. Awesome. Thank you for your support. Okay, cool. So let me switch over to the talk view real quick so I can open up Affinity Photo. Let's close this here. Maybe should I put this in the view? I'm not sure. Let's see. Okay. Let me open up Affinity Photo real quick here, and then I can show you the changes. Pavel says, in my town, Wuppertal, it was really bad. Luckily, I live on on a mountain. Oh, that's good. Yes, yes. It's also my house is on a mountain, basically, or on a hill. So it's higher up than the city center. So even if there is a really bad flood, it does not come up to my level, to my house. So that's pretty good. To be safe in that way. Okay, there we go. So look at this. Look at that. 1 second. So here we go. Work-life view. This is what we had last time. This is the composite we did last time together on where to put that kind of death skeleton in the background, and we put some like trees on the back, and there has a flaming sickle here, and then we have our hero here in the foreground kneeling on a stone. I had to change that a little bit, but now look at this. This is how far I've come. It's like 10 hours of editing, give or take. Yeah, so let's have a look at this. Let's fade this out slowly. Woo! There you go. I hope you can see that because it looks a little bit like dark on the screen. Maybe, wait a second, maybe I can hide this and make everything a little bit bigger so you can see it a little bit better. Like this, maybe. Maybe that's a bit too big. Anyways, look at the death with the trees on the back. Woo! Where's my... Look at that. I'm really happy how this turned out. I have to say I'm really happy with that. Yeah, so it was like I learned a lot of new stuff, so that's pretty cool. And also, like the main thing, like this, we have to still edit him. So this is not finished, by the way. This is just like where it is right now. Down here, I created a burning village out of houses I found online. And some smoke and some flames that I put in here. And I combined some burning houses with some not burning houses to create that effect. So yeah, there's a lot of interesting things here. Also this whole smoke atmosphere behind the death. So I really was looking into how can I create a nice outline and put the light where it should be. So we have like a nice, interesting composition, right? At the same time, like I put this guy, like I had another position because I didn't find anything where he's kneeling in that way. So the thing with the stone kind of doesn't work. Now he has these two axes in the hand. Maybe we should do something different. I don't know. I have to create the lighting for him. I want to create some more effects for that. For example, I have this kind of effect here that might be nice, and I want to differentiate him from the death by color. So he's blue and the death is in orange. And also we need some light on the ground, so there's quite some stuff that still has to be done at the picture. But so far, I have to say, it's pretty nice. I'm pretty happy. We need to do some extra editing, but I feel like this is much better than I expected it to be. New Iron Maiden album cover, maybe, yeah. All right. What else? Auch die Einsteiger? Oh yeah, the beginners. Yeah, hi Robert from the Netherlands. How are you doing? Thanks for joining. Yeah, that's true, like the beginners. Although I have created so many beginner tutorials, so if people want to find some topic, there is a lot of videos that cover like most of the basic things in Affinity Photo. How layers work, how brushes work, how text works, how blending modes work. All these kind of things are already covered. So I think we can progress in a way where it's like a little bit more advanced and we do some nice things. Not maybe as sophisticated as this one, because this is like, it applies a ton of different techniques and it has like a ton of different layers in here. You can see here on the side, like if you look at this, I hope this stream, by the way, is not like crushing or slowing down, because it's as you can see here, there's a lot of layers, and there's also these groups where there's even more layers in here. I had to resolve to actually color the layers, so this is, I think, a video I will make soon, because this is one of the things that I learned from this, because it's kind of impossible to find the things in here. So when you color code them a little bit, it is helpful to see what is what. So all these yellow layers, all of that is regarding the death, right? All these kind of different things here. So you have the flames, and then the smoke is extra, and the light and the smoke is extra, and of course the background is extra, and the foreground, and the light effect, and the face is like, I think, 10 different layers of making the face dark and then bright again, and then setting some highlights, and then it's like the eye. Each eye has like, I think, 5 different layers on it to create that kind of burning effect, stuff like that. So there's a lot of stuff going into that, but I'm really happy with how it turned out so far, although there still has to be done a lot more, and probably a lot of it can be done a lot more simpler than I did it here. But yeah, it's good. It's a good learning process. And that's, I mean, that's the main thing of a challenge like this. Oh, by the way, we did have a challenge this week. I almost forgot about that. Wow. I almost forgot that we did actually have a challenge. Let me have a look at that so we can see what that was about or is about. I asked you to ask me questions. I'm not sure if many people reacted to that. Nobody reacted to that. Okay, that's crazy. Like 2 people did. It's not nobody, but did you not see the challenge maybe? I'm not sure. Let me see on YouTube if there is maybe more people. Maybe people have posted something there. No. It's only one comment here. Let's see, what is that? How do I open the TIFF file with layers when I use Affinity Photo? It merges them. A TIFF file with layers. As far as I know, a TIFF file does not have layers. You can have an Affinity Photo file that has layers. You can have a Photoshop file that has layers. But as far as I know, a TIFF file does not have layers. It's like a JPEG or a PNG. It's just like, it's just an image format. TIFF is like a raw file. It's kind of uncompressed. So it does not have layers in its own. So if you have edited it in another program, for example, you edit a TIFF file in Nik Collection, or you edit a TIFF file in Photoshop and have layers there, then you have to save it, for example, in Photoshop as a Photoshop file. but then Affinity Photo probably can't process some of these like layers that you have created. And if it's like something like Nik Collection or Lightroom or stuff like that, that is technology that is part of the software. So you can't open that and edit that in Affinity Photo at all. You can do it in if you use Affinity Photo. No, sorry, if you use the Nik Collection as a plugin and save it as a preset, but I think you can also save it as so you can edit it like in the newer version of Nik Collection, but that is saved inside of the Nik Collection file basically. It is not part of the TIFF file anyway. So as far as I know, TIFF files don't have layers. Okay, so since we only have 3 questions, we can basically answer them here. There's some discussion here. I wanted to look at the video that Sabine sent me, but I didn't. Maybe I can do this right now. Let's answer this. You can also maybe ask questions in the chat if you want, and I can answer them there. Because like here, I don't know, maybe nobody saw that, or maybe nobody understood that challenge. I try to have a new format where I ask people, just like ask me what you need to know. That didn't seem to work. Okay. So Adamski says, or Ellen says, hello, my question is about rasterize option. When should I be used and why? Sometimes when I place a new photo in a montage, it becomes blurred after different treatments. Well, basically the main reason to rasterize an image when you import it and it has this kind of image next to the layer. So we can actually like let's open up here something. Let's make a new file here real quick. There we go. And then place something. Let's place, for example, this guy here. This is one of the resources that I tried out as a position for my hero. You can see like ready-made pictures, and then you just change the face. So you can see right now, let's change the name here, hero. And this has image in the brackets, and this has some benefits because it's like a smart layer. So when you make it small and then you make it big again, it doesn't like lose any kind of the quality. So this is still the original image. You can do some stuff to it. For example, you can use the blend ranges here. Stuff like that works very well with an image. You can do these kind of things, and you can use masks and stuff like that. But what you cannot do is any kind of destructive thing to it. So you can do all the non-destructive things. For example, you can apply a curve to the image if you want to adjust that like this. That is not a problem. And you can also apply a mask to this and then paint onto the mask. Yeah, we need to have a little bit. You can see like this. And this is also non-destructive because it is a mask. But what you cannot do is, for example, when I make a selection here, let's select just the face like this, and then you want to copy it, Control-C, Control-V, you can see that this copies the complete image layer, not the selection you've made, because it can't take anything out of that image, because this is the original file that you simply have embedded into your canvas, right? So if you want to do any kind of destructive measure to the image, you have to rasterize it before. So what I often do is, when I'm not sure about if I want to keep it like that, I simply duplicate the layer like this. Or let's delete this again. I duplicate it, so right-click, duplicate, and then I rasterize the duplicate. So you can rasterize this right now, and now I can copy over the head. You can see now I can delete this, and I have only the head here. And I still have as a backup this original image in here. Of course, this makes your file a lot larger if you do that a lot with a lot of different layers. And so at some point when you're happy with what you have and you are sure that you're not going to change it anymore, you can, for example, rasterize it. So for example, if you know that you have the hero in the picture and he's always just gonna be that small, you're not gonna make him bigger. Maybe you're gonna make him smaller, that's okay, but you're not gonna make him bigger anymore. He's staying in that size. You can rasterize him in that size and then save some size of your image file, and this also impacts on how much how much power your computer needs to calculate the working process. So if you have like 50 layers with high resolution images, at some point the computer is going to slow down with all the effects applied to them, stuff like that. So at some point you can think about rasterizing them. So for example, now if I rasterize this, you can see that now this is small. So if I make it big again, you can see that now this is blurry because now it has less resolution. If you zoom into it and compare these two, you can see that this face is very pixelated because it's now low resolution, and this is a copy of the original size, so this is still higher resolution. So only rasterize when you're sure you're not going to need it in any other size anymore, and you need to do some destructive measures, or you need to free up some space on your, like from the file space, right? Because the file is getting too big and your computer is getting too slow. That is very helpful in that case. All right. What else? Just Dude, hi, how are you saying? How are you doing? Sorry. I'm sorry to ask, but why does Designer have a no pixel border and Affinity does? What is a no pixel border? You have to explain a little bit what you mean by that. Okay, let's see for the other question here before we go and start to work on the, oh, this is this file here. So what is this person doing? Let's have a look here. Let's turn the sound off real quick. Color. Oh God, it's a 1 hour video. Oh, I know that video. Yeah, this is about different kind of color harmonies, color concepts, right? And what is the question? Hello, Olivia. In the last day, I saw a video from a photographer and he explains the colors. She shows the composition of color and how it works. Now I'm trying to make first the color composition and bring this color to the photo. How can I manage this? How can I control color changing to get the result from my color composition? I can pick up the color and can I make square to fill and save the color? But I lost color if I change the brightness and transparency. In the last live stream, you explained the colored shadow that is not black. I'm not sure if I completely understand the question, but like I think does she also explain the editing of the color or just like the setup of the color? Oh, there's some editing here. Before, after, and there was some kind of comparison here too. Where was that? There we go. Okay. So, I mean, there's like two ways to handle colors. One is when you photograph the picture, so you decide what kind of colors you want to have in the picture, especially when you are in the studio, like with this shot, you can like beforehand decide on different kind of elements or color combinations you want to have in your image. And that makes the editing process afterwards a lot easier because you already have the main colors in there. You don't have to like transfer or change the colors afterwards. So they kind of stay the same or are at least close to what you have as a color. And then she's like adjusting these colors. Now, Affinity Photo is like not the most sophisticated in adjusting this color because it doesn't have these finer adjustments that you find, for example, in Lightroom or in Photoshop. Some maybe even in Luminar now has that kind of thing. So I showed you in one of my videos, like the one where I said you're using too much color. 1 second. this video here, I showed you how to change color in an image. So you can reduce the color you have, and you can also change over the color a little bit with HSL. And there's a lot of different ways to adjust color, by the way. So you can do it with, let's open up an image again. 1 second. I don't know, let's take this image here. Yes, okay, cool. So you can, for example, like one way to do that is you go to HSL and then you select the color range. For example, I think this background here is blue. You can also pick the color. Let's go here. Yeah, this is in the blue area. And then you can see you can adjust that kind of color range. So now it's more like a green color range, and you can also adjust the saturation, and you can also adjust the brightness of the color. So that would be a way to just adjust a certain color range in your image. And here with these handles, you can select more or less of that color range. The problem is, and this is what I said before with the how sophisticated the tool is that this kind of range is not so exact. Let's say it sometimes gives you pixelated results, especially on the edges. Like, for example, you can see here right now with this is kind of blue in that area here, and it's kind of hard to define that in the right way without going into other areas. You can see I can reduce that, but I have to go very far over. Or is it the other side? You can play around with that, but it's kind of, when are we going to reach that? There we go. No, no. So that's kind of, it's kind of, it could be better. And you're easily also intruding on other color spaces here. So that's a little bit of a problem. Another thing you can do, of course, is you can use your curve like this, and then you have these color adjustments in here, and you can also do that to adjust certain things. You can see this also changes the color. This changes the overall color of the image though, so that is, well, more problematic, and you have to have a mask for that, right, afterwards, on how do you want to, what kind of areas you want to affect in the image. But you can see you can still do some adjustment in that area. And this is, for example, how you would create like certain light effects on the face, or sorry, not on the face, on the subject, to say, okay, you want to have some glowing light or something like that. Let's go, for example, here. Let's make this a lot brighter, and then let's make this a lot more orange. Let's go like this real quick. Yeah, let's say like this, right? And then you would like invert that, and you can now paint that on as a light effect. So for example, here on the side, still it's good to have a mask on that. I'm not sure how the brush is looking right now, but let's just paint some on here. You can see now I have a light coming from that side, and you can paint it on different areas here of your warrior like that. So that's fairly simple. And you can also like remove some of that if it goes on the background. Let's do it like that. So this is also a process I got better with creating that composite, right? Because you can see it here on the arm of and on the face of the death with the light from the flames. But you can see now this has kind of a color light effect coming from the right side. So there's like different ways on how you can change and adjust colors, and there's a lot more ways. I think you also I have some videos about that on my channel too. Adjusting colors, like the color replacement brush, and how to create ambient light and stuff like that. So there's a lot of different techniques, and it depends on what you want to do exactly to adjust them. But to be honest, a lot of these things, when you have this kind of change of look here, Affinity Photo is not exactly the best for that, to be honest. Like Lightroom is really good with that. Luminar is also good with that, because Luminar is trying to get really close to Affinity Photo with the color science, with the way that color looks. So you can do a really cool adjustment there. I think like Nik Collection is pretty good for that. The Camera Raw plugin for Affinity Photo, for Photoshop is also pretty good, because it's like kind of similar to what you do in Lightroom, basically. So yeah, there's a lot of different methods to go there to achieve these kind of things. Sorry, I have to look at the chat real quick. What do we have here? Maybe change over to something else so we don't have any kind of problems here. How do I move this? Okay. Oh, no. Let's open this up again. There we go. Sorry. All right. There we go. To ask pixel, no. Hey, I mean, the lines are sharp in Designer and they are not in Photo. Well, the reason for that is because Designer is a vector program, and so in design, vectors does not have pixels. And so when you have Designer open, it shows you the image as if it is a vector image. But in Affinity Photo, it shows you the vector as if it is a pixel image. The reason for that is because it simulates for you how the vector would look at the resolution that you're using right now. To illustrate that to you real quick, 1 second. When I make a shape here, like this, you can see if I zoom in here that this is pixelated, but these are not actual pixels because you can see that here's a blue line. I'm not sure if you can see that right now, but there's a blue line here, and this is where the actual vector is going. The rest is just a simulation. So Affinity Photo always simulates the content as it would look like with the resolution of the canvas you're using. So you can see, for example, if I make this smaller like so, and then we zoom in, that this is now a lot more pixelated in relation to the size, but actually it's not, right? So let's duplicate this real quick so I can show you. So I will rasterize this one right now, and then let's make this here bigger, like so, and rasterize this. Rasterize, where's rasterize? There's rasterize. Okay, good. So now you can see when we put these next to each other that they have the exact same sharpness, the exact same amount of detail on their edge, right? So this is just rasterized to the resolution of the image. And now if I would make this the same size, you can see that this one is much more pixelated than this one because this was rasterized at the size of the canvas, and then I blew it up afterwards. So now it has less resolution in reference to the size it now has, right? Okay, so that's why that is. Okay, let's go back here. By the way, I have to open up these other things here too because I don't see them anymore. There we go. Okay, boom. Hi, Claudia from Switzerland. Thanks for joining. Awesome. Really cool. Vector graphic is based on points. Based on lines, actually. Well, yeah, it's debatable. Anyways, yeah, okay, that's a good explanation. Yeah, so vector is like a mathematical like line or points, right? Okay. We have a sip here of my tea, not coffee today, it's tea. There we go. All right. Let's work a little bit on the composite here and see how far we can go today with that. And please keep on asking me questions in the... Whoa, what just happened? Like half of the people just left or something? I'm not sure. Okay, anyways. Keep on asking me questions. Also, by the way, do I still have that open? Maybe I should put that into the... No, maybe not. 1 second. Let me quickly find that. There we go. Instagram, Benny. Boom! Just a reminder, we have 40,000 subscribers as of today. Thank you very much, everybody, for your support. Really, really awesome. I really appreciate it. I really appreciated you as such a loving, positive, like creative community that always posts such nice things also in our Facebook group. So that's really awesome. And yeah, I hope I can create amazing content for you, and I'm really happy to do so. So thank you very much, everybody, for joining my channel, and let's grow together even bigger and do even more amazing things together. All right, there we go. So let's close this down, and then yeah, let's figure out how we progress from here. So I think I will work a little bit more on the landscape light effects here. Then I can also show you what I was talking about right a second ago. Yeah, So first of all, we need to find out. So you can see here, for example, I have two different layers here. One is for the landscape glow, and the other one is to make certain parts of the landscape darker. So both of them are just curves like this. You can see here, for example, I've changed the color a lot because this should have the orange glow. And then this one is just getting darker because I just want to make the area, some areas a little bit darker, also to give more contrast to the color. But we also need more color here in the foreground. So I have to think about how I'm going to do that. I could make another curve. Let's see. Let's have a look at that. To make this really bright. I mean, why not, right? That seems to work pretty well. And then maybe make this a little bit more extreme from the colors, like so. So you set everything up in a way that you want it to be, and then afterwards you invert the layer, and you just paint in the light where you want the light to be, right? Let's make this even more extreme. Okay. Let's go. Let's call this village light. Okay. Good. And it's really important, if you do a composite like this, it's really important that you name your layers and maybe also give them a color coding. I think I had violet for my village. Yes, there we go. So let's right click here and then set this to violet so I know where that is. And now I can simply go here with a brush and I can brush this in to my setup here, if it works. Which doesn't look like it does. What's going on right now? Oh, it does. Okay. It's just my brush is a little bit strange right now. I don't know why. What kind of brush am I using? 1 second. Oh, I'm using do I use an acrylics brush right now? Well, let's just paint a little bit and see what happens. Ooh, okay. I like that. That is pretty nice. Yes. Okay. Maybe a little bit more light over here. Shining forward where the fire is. Maybe a little bit over here. And then let's go dark again, where we have less light. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense that the pathway is brighter than before, so that's good. I don't like this line here. I don't know what that is. And this is the most annoying part of editing these, is to find the layer where something happened that you did. That is like really painful to find these. On the other hand, we have here some village smoke, so I might just push some smoke down there. Let's see. Let's duplicate this real quick here. Duplicate. And then maybe we can simply cover this up by having some smoke down here. Let's press this like so. How does that look? Let's duplicate this again. Whoops, what happened? Oh, it's like if you duplicate Affinity Photo is like remembering what you did last. And then it's just like applying that again. Okay, so we have this now. This is a little bit, we can actually leave it like that. And then let's just like use the eraser and remove some of that stuff here. Ooh. Let's take opacity. Okay. Not too bad. Maybe move a little bit over here too. Let's use mesh warp and then push this a little bit down here. Mesh warp is one of the like best tools for this kind of thing, because you can just get the effect where you need it to be. Let's save real quick. Another thing that's really important is saving often, because if you spend an hour working on something and then suddenly it's gone, that is a terrible experience. So don't do that. Move this over here a little bit. And there is still this green line that is really annoying me right now. So maybe let's make a layer. This is why I have a billion layers in here, because I'm just creating layers willy-nilly to fix the things that I'm working on. Maybe that's not the best way to do it, but for now it's good enough, right? Hi Roland from Switzerland, thanks for joining. Hi New Life from Romania, thanks for joining. It's really awesome. Could you please tell when I can find the Nik plugin? On the DxO website, you can find that. Just go to, you can just go to Google and search Nik plugin, right? Nik Collection, it's actually called Nik Collection. There you go. And I think they even have a sale right now because they just brought it out. So it's like $100 right now for the full plugin collection. And to be honest, it's worth every penny. I think I have read somewhere they took down the free old version, which like is super old already, like over 10 years old. So it's really worth to get that. And it's not like I'm promoting that. I'm just saying like this is one of my favorite tools to edit or adjust photos, because you can do so crazy things with it. It's really, really good. For some reason, they don't really show here what is included. So it's really good for black and white pictures, and it's actually good for any kind of picture. For adjustments, that is. Not for editing, for adjustments, right? That's a difference. Okay, let me quickly paint this in here. Let's see if we can, oh yeah, nice. Let's undo this real quick and then reduce the opacity and make this a little bit bigger. Not that big, maybe. Yes, that looks good. Let's go further away. Well, on second thought, it doesn't look that good. Let's try this. One second. Creating these composites basically is like playing Minecraft. So you build something and then you change it again and you go back and forward until you're happy with your creation. So don't worry if it's like not working right away. You can always, like, as long as you keep things non-destructive, you can always go backward and forward and adjust them in a nice way. It's just like deleting a little bit of the things here. Let's make this line here a little bit darker. 1 second. Let's go like this. And I'm really not the fastest in doing things like that. But on the other hand, when I look at the time lapse of Benny Productions, what he's doing, and he's a lot better than I am at this stuff, because he's doing it like he's an actual concept artist, right? It's a different profession. But when you look at his videos and he has sped them up, you can see that it still takes hours even for him to create things like that. So it just is a slow process, right? So don't beat yourself over the head and think you have to be super fast in creating them. Just take the time you need, no matter how long it takes. Of course, also at some point, maybe like say, okay, that's enough. I need to go to the next project. So don't obsess over details for weeks or months. Try to finish a work and then see what you could do better and then try to do it better next time, right? Because I find like finishing a work gives you the opportunity to look at it from a distance, right? because if you have never finished the work, the problem is that it always is potentially good in your mind. It always could have, it is like more than it is in your mind. It is just like, it just stays in the state of theory, while when you say, okay, this is finished now, it is what it is, I'm not better at the moment than this, that means at that point you can move on to the next work and you can get a little bit better next time, right? But you can look at that as a finished result. It's no longer theory, it is now practice, and you can just like really evaluate errors, especially when you give it a certain time, right? I'm sure if I look at this like a half a year or a year from now and I have done like 50 of those in the meantime, I will look at a lot of things and think, wow, that is so bad. But for now, it's the best that I can do, right? And that's good enough, right? Because nobody can be better than they are at that moment. And you should enjoy what you're doing. That's a very important part of being creative, is to really be happy with the process that you're creating. By the way, I'm seeing right now that the light here is not bright enough for my village. What can we do here? Let's duplicate this effect here. Ooh, all right. Is that too much? That might be too much, but we can reduce it maybe. Let's see, opacity a little bit down. This is, by the way, this is another like lecture of what I've learned here, is that sometimes the easiest way to make an effect look better is just like duplicating the layer and see how that looks. I feel like we need a little bit more light here on the side, so let's paint this in real quick on the second layer. And you can like, this is also an interesting thing, you can have, now when you have duplicated the layers, you can edit them differently. Is this happening? Yes. 1 second. Yeah, that's good. Add some light over here too. Should we go a little bit more in the front maybe? Maybe over here a little bit more, and here. Yeah, okay, good. There we go. So that looks pretty cool. And the most destructive thing, like the most, no, not destructive, distracting thing is the guy in the foreground, because he looks really like not part of that picture. So maybe we can hide him for a second just to look at how it looks overall right now. And you can see how many layers we have. It's really crazy. Where is he? I need to color code him too. If I find him, let's click on him. There. Is that him? We have to rename that. Hero head. This is just the head, and then hero body. Hero body. There we go. Okay, color code that in red. There we go. This is also in red. And then we have these light effects. This is one side. This is the other side. Whoops. Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. Good. So we can hide that. Let's turn it off real quick. There we go. So now he's gone. And that looks a lot better. That looks like a lot more consistent. Something I'm not happy with is how the sickle looks, because there's no effect on that whatsoever. So I want to, I don't know, maybe make it like a little bit molten metal kind of glowing effect, maybe from like molten from a volcano or something like that. But I think now let's edit the guy, right? Let's make him look more like part of the image. And also these kind of glowing axes here, which is nice, but at the same time you can't really see anymore that this is actually, these are axes. So we have to do something here too. Maybe a glow effect on that, I'm not sure. Let's see, what are you saying? There we go. Nick Collection Google search, and was last free Google version before DxO took over. Oh yeah, you can get that, but it's like 10 years old or more, and it's like, I'm not sure if it works with Affinity Photo, stuff like that. So yeah, anyways, create color profiles with X-Rite products in Affinity. No idea. What is X-Rite, by the way? Is X-Rite that kind of thing where I think I know what you mean. Let me search this real quick. X-Rite. Oh yeah. I think you're out of luck because you can't do that because they only work with Photoshop and Lightroom, stuff like that. I'm pretty sure that that's the case. Although I'm not 100% sure. No. Wait a second. I think it's the other way around. The thing that I have is only working with Lightroom, which is really annoying. And then X-Rite is creating color profiles for the computer. And then you can also save that inside of the file where you go to, I think you go to document and then to the ICC profile, yes, here. And then you select one of these profiles that you've created. So this is how you do that, right? You create a profile, a color profile on your computer with the X-Rite software, and then you save it and you can search in these ICC profiles and apply that to the picture. But to be honest, I don't know how to work with that. So I haven't used that myself, the X-Rite software, so I can't tell you more than that. This is the only thing I know. And with the thing that I have, I'm not sure what the company is right now, but the thing that I have, it creates a preset for Lightroom. And this means it only works in Lightroom. It also works in Photoshop, but it's not as useful, is what I'm saying. Okay, anyways. Where's the chat here? Have you tried Affinity 1.1 yet? What do you mean 1.1 is out? No, just beta. 1.1? But we are right now at 1. Do you mean 2.1 maybe? Is that what it's out? 2.1? I haven't heard about that. 2.1? I'm not sure about that. I have to look for that. Currently, Affinity Photo version and 2 release date. Oh, let's see. No, this is something from 2019, so that's not the case. I'm not sure. To be honest. No, they are naming it 1.10. Really? He means the beta. Oh, okay. I see. Okay. Pavel, if you try to post a link, that doesn't work. So you can only post like text messages. Still works on Affinity Photo? Okay, that's good. I have to look into that. I have not tried any beta yet because, I don't know, I kind of don't want to mess up my system for the videos that I'm creating. So I'm always waiting for the official content. By the way, I'm not really happy with his posture. I didn't find anything better, but I'm like, it has nothing to do with what is going on in the background. So that makes me a little bit like not so happy. By the way, right now I'm realizing that he should probably stand the other way around so the light is coming for the right direction. So let's see. Let's swap his body over. Yeah, it's maybe even better. So it's better like this. Let's push the head back here. There's something floating here. I'm still using a mask on that because I wasn't 100% sure what I'm going to use here. Let's paint this out real quick. 1 second. There we go. Okay, so this is already a little bit better, right? What are we going to do with this guy? What are we going to do with him? We have to adjust the light. And then I want to have these flaming axes. So this is still kind of the thing I want to do here. Now the flames are wrong too. Flip. Oh, sorry. That was the wrong layer. There we go. Let's push this over here. And then let's push this over here. So that's kind of the first big thing we need to figure out here. What are we going to do with him? Like just create a light for him that's interesting, or do something else? I think I also I downloaded some like glow effect that we could put around him. Let's place this real quick when I find it. Didn't I download that? Maybe I didn't. Oh no, there's a glow effect, but that's a different glow effect. I mean, we also have this, which is the flame we are using on the axis anyway, so maybe we shouldn't use that like a third time, but just for the fun of it, let's put this behind him. Let's set it to lighten, yes, okay. Make it a little bit bigger, like so. I'm not so happy with that. Oh, now this is wrong too. 1 second. Arrange, flip horizontal. And then we have to move this over so it fits him again. That's good. It's not impressive. That's the problem here. This is not amazing. Like the death is in the background is so like wow, and then he's like meh. Put some thunderbolt on his X. Good idea. That's coming from the X, maybe? Yeah, thunderbolt. Okay, let's have a look at that. Good idea. Thank you very much for that. Okay. Lightning. Boom. This looks promising here. Let's download this real quick. Great idea. Let's try this. Where is it? There we go. Maybe also with the fog in here. That's kind of interesting. Put it behind him, maybe. Sorry. Turn this off. Now we can use the blend ranges to remove stuff we don't need. Sometimes that looks a little bit ugly. There we go. That's perfect. Then let's see. Let's have this come from one X like so. Maybe from the other one. Let's turn off these kind of effects here on the axis. Put it in front maybe. So that's kind of... It's not bad. It's a little bit distracting maybe. I mean, if we use less, it's better. Let's put some glow around that and make it more like a nice thunder effect. Is that the right layer? 1 second, sorry. Do we have the right layer here? Okay. Open this up. Outer glow. Let's give me some color here. Let's make this blue and then radius, boom. We have to clean up the image a little bit more, but we can do this in a second. Inner glow, we also need that. Intensity. Boom, there we go. Yeah, that is some Thor power right there. Let's play around with the colors a little bit. Nice. Contrasting a little bit to the other color we have. So that might be good. I don't like this one. We can remove that. Let's put a mask on this. Oh, well, the mask fixed a lot of our problems right away. That's nice. Thank you very much. And then I want to hide that stuff over here. Let's go with the brushes, a little bit of the normal basic brush here again. Like so. Yes, okay. Maybe a little bit bigger. Bloop. There we go. Let's remove everything we don't need over here. Also here. So that's kind of nice so far. What do you think about that? Maybe takes a little bit too much attention, but the eyes of the person in front should still be glowing blue. Yeah, we can also do that. That's true. Make him smaller and put him closer to the village. I can't put him closer to the village because he doesn't have legs. That's the problem. Also, he has to be big because he's kind of the hero in the image. So we can't make him too small. So he has to be kind of a little bit of the center of attention still. Wait a second. Let's put this here. And then we can rotate around that. This is shooting from the tip, maybe. Let's copy this real quick and see if we have it on both sides. How does that look? What kind of effect do we get here? Wow. Okay. That is very powerful, to say the least. Yeah, it's kind of too much. Looks amazing. Yeah, but it's kind of, it only looks amazing right now. If it's like, if you look at it for half an hour, you're like, nah, there's too much action going on right now. Let's delete this one again here. Maybe he can have a sword in one hand, or maybe a shield or something, so he's not... Maybe let's put some light effects on the axis real quick, and then maybe that helps a little bit more. X blue light. I will just paint this in here and then we can see how good that looks or not. Oop, that was too much. There we go. Nope. I think this is the reason why Benny is doing those in like time lapse, not in real time, because it's a very slow process. Who's gonna look at the picture for half an hour? Well, you are as an artist, you know, you look at it and like, I don't know. It looks cool at the first moment, and then at a certain point, you're like kind of getting bored with it. So, yeah. There's something wrong with the thunder. The idea is good though with the thunder. By the way, let's where's the flames? That's the wrong flame. Right side flame. Let's put some. Can we put a glow on the flame, or does that break the effect? Yeah, that does not work. Okay, interesting. So we have to do this in a different way. Let's duplicate that. And then let's blur this. And let's hope that works. No, doesn't work either. Interesting. Why doesn't it work? I see. Okay, it doesn't work because this is not the flame that we have copied. Wait a second. There's so much stuff going on here right now. Let's blur this. Yeah, that's better. Can we blur this? Yeah, we can. Let's put this on top. Nah. It's just not good. Oh! I deleted the wrong one. 1 second. So this is why I always like to have a backup. Maybe. Like, what could he be doing? I like the first concept. The original concept is that he is having like this big cross, like so, and then this has a light effect up there, and that makes a lot of sense. So that was nice, but right now it's like, wait a second. Let's see. Oh, 1 second. So the way I created this background light effect is it's just the image, right? Most of it. Like there's still a ton of layers, but sorry. It's this effect here. That's what the background is basically. So let's put this behind our hero, like so. And then make this blue. Should we use HSL or recolor? Let's try HSL first. Okay. Let's put a mask on that. Just hide everything we don't need. So there we go. Let's use some brightness and contrast here. Okay, it's a little bit better. Duplicate this, make it bigger. Okay. I mean, not too bad so far. Okay, so let's create some light effect for the hero next. I have to look at the chat 1 second. Try View Studio, Reset Studio. To do what? What do you mean? Oh, was it a question or something that I didn't see? Might write Thunderbolt in his left. Only a glowing bubble. That could be interesting to have different things in the different hands, yes. By chance, if you work in Affinity Publisher and Publisher, I don't see the text box frame. I don't know about that. So maybe that's just the question. Oh yeah, that's the question about the Reset Studio. It resets the complete studio. Yes, it does. Could he have an axe in one hand and a cross in the other hand? Yeah, maybe. We have to, like, we would have to change the position of the hand then. That's also possible, right? So let's see. Let's make some adjustments here on him. Maybe let's make him also a little bit blue here from the light, like so. And then let's see with the green. Let's go like that. Okay, it's pretty nice. Okay. The way, let's just make a let's just, yeah, we have to invert that. 1 second. Let's invert. Bloop. No, that was not that. There we go. Invert layer. Okay, cool. So now let's select this and select this also. Does it work? No, no, does not. Okay. Then we do it separately, no problem. Let's paint this on here real quick, like so. 100%. And then let's switch this over to here. Paint this on. So now we have a different light, maybe not on the axis. Okay. So we have adjusted this a little bit. Okay. So this is Hero Dark. And then we make another adjustment, Curve Hero Bright. And push this up and make this blue again. think we need this to be more extreme though. Okay, let's try it like this. Select, no, sorry, invert. Okay, cool. And now we can paint this on. And this, like I said, the good thing about that is I can still adjust the curve. If I'm not happy with the curve, I can still go in there and say, okay, I want to have this differently, right? So there's no, this is not final. Also with the mask, you can still go in here and adjust the mask if you want to. Maybe I will select the hero here like this, so it makes it a little bit easier to paint that stuff on. So this is, we need to adjust this afterwards a little bit. Let's put some light here too. Okay, and now let's go dark. Make this maybe a little bit smaller like so, and then paint this out on the sides where we don't need that. Maybe a little bit here. Okay, now the face. Switch over to the face from our head layer. So I hold Control and click on that. This creates a selection. And now I can paint just on the head area, right? So that's kind of an easy little trick. Okay. All right, and something I also learned is that you can now create a layer here in between, and I can just go here, as you can see, and I can paint on it and just make that area a little bit brighter. And because the curve effect reacts to what you're painting on, this means that this area is basically going a little bit brighter, right? So I can just paint this on here. Let's make this a little bit smaller maybe. And also less contrast. As you can see, like if I feel like I need a little bit more brightness in these areas, I paint on a little bit white, like so, and that makes it brighter with the effect. This doesn't look good. Where is my... Wait a second, this is the brightness here. So let's go in here, make this smaller. Okay, 1 second. And this is something, like I always say, I need to get better at light painting. Like this is, I'm still not good at that, as you can clearly see. But it's slowly improving, so that's good. And I think like there's every artist, every designer, every kind of person who's doing something creative, they have some stuff where they are not good at because it's just not the main thing that they are doing, or it's like an area that they still want to improve in. So that's always, it's good to be able to improve and to have something that you still are lacking at, right? So that's more a good thing than a bad thing, actually. All right, there we go. Maybe over here we also correct this a little bit, although I think most of that looks pretty good. Okay. It still looks strange because like the light is still not good on him. What does the chat say? Reset work. Okay, it already worked with the reset. Okay, that's awesome. Pretty cool. All right, so let's do some adjustments here just for the head. Let's make a, maybe, should we do a curve or color balance? Let's try color balance first. Okay. Also the body. Let's do some color balance here too. Nope, that's still on everything. 1 second. There we go. No. Now we are at the head. Sorry. One more time. Now we are in the right direction. Okay, good. Okay. Let's go here to the head again. Okay. So next thing, we can actually also one second. Where do we have the head? Oh, the eye flames. Here we go. Let's duplicate this real quick. Duplicate. Pull this down here. Nope, that was not it. Okay, there we go. Let's pull this out. Bring it over here. Because I just thought maybe it would be cool to have like, not just a glow effect, but like blue burning eyes. What happens if I rasterize that? Let me see. Yeah, seems to work. Okay. It has a edge around that, so that's kind of annoying, but there we go. Edge is gone. Okay, pretty cool. Let's duplicate this, bring it over here, flip it. Maybe not flip it, no. Take mesh warp. By the way, why is it still so big? Because it's okay. 1 second. Let me select just this area here. Copy fill. Delete this. So now it should be small. Mesh warp? Yes, it's small. Okay. So now I can bend this a little bit. All right. Do the same thing over here, maybe. Let's see. Select this. There we go. Copy fill. Delete. And then use our mesh warp. Adjust this a little bit. Okay. So let's see. When we duplicate this and then blur it, yeah, maybe get a nice shine. Is that good or is it bad? Let's see. Sorry. I want to do this differently. Okay. Let's put a circle here behind the eye. Make it bright blue. Blur that. Screen or add. Let's go with add. A little bit smaller. Ah, sorry. Let's blur this a bit more. Okay, maybe make the blur a little, the color a little bit different. It's actually okay. Bring this over here, rotate it over there. Okay, so this is the Glow IL. And this is, let's copy this over 1 second. Is this interesting to watch or is it boring? Because I'm not sure if this is like something you enjoy or not. Flame IL, okay. I know it's a slow process. For me, it's fun to do it. I'm not sure if it's fun for you to watch that. Okay, so from a distance, this could be better. And, well, we can do some adjustment for the face too. Hi, Yayo. How are you doing? Thanks for joining. Fog or dust in front of the hero. Yes, we will do that too. We will add some fog too to him. Okay, so let's do another layer here where I paint the face darker. Let's just go like this. Maybe make everything darker, to be honest. Let's go like that. Delete some parts here. I have to improve the mask of the head a little bit. Let me do that real quick. Oh, also let's save real quick. It's very interesting. Really? Okay, that's good. What am I missing here right now? Oh, there's something else going on here. But this is certainly the head. Oh, the opacity is too low. Okay, that was the problem. How small? There we go. Okay, anyways. Okay, so now that we have this, I could technically, let's see, erase some parts here. Let's set this to screen, or maybe to add. Let's keep it at screen. No. Okay. All right. So let's see. Let's zoom out here and then adjust some of that stuff that we just did. Nah, not super happy with that. It's kind of hard to see the face now. So we need to have a better light for the face. Also now here's an effect where I don't know what that is. Oh, that's part of the X. Okay, okay. No problem. Ah, God. Let's search for some of the shadow that we used for the death. Smoke light? No. One second. I just need to find the layers here that are creating. This is the village smoke. There's the death smoke. Okay, cool. So let's just pull one of those out here. I have a recolor adjustment on that. Let's duplicate one. And then let's pull this over here. So I will work on some other stuff now and then come back to the hero. Let's put this in a group. Set this to... let us set it to screen. Okay, that's good. Let's put a recolor in here too, like in the other layer. Set this to blue. There we go. And now I can put this in front of the hero. No, I lost it. Oh no, come on. There we go. Okay, hero smoke. There we go. Okay. So let's pull this here. Maybe a little bit smaller. Wait, let's there's the body. Let's first put this behind him. And then copy this, duplicate, put some in front of him. Maybe flip this. There we go. Maybe that's a bit too much smoke, maybe. Should we leave the one behind out, or maybe I reduce it in just some areas? Let's see, make this a little bit bigger here. We don't need it everywhere. Okay. And then the front smoke, let's see what effect that does. This is the front smoke. Oh. Yeah, we can actually leave it like that. Smoke front. And the other one is smoke back. Okay, so far so good. Let me see with the clouds that we have here in the background. And of course, I don't know where that is. Let's lock this real quick. Hero blue smoke. Okay. Let's flip this. Bring this one a little bit more over here. So you see we have the arm here, so this should be a little bit brighter behind the arm. So that looks pretty okay. But maybe we don't need the one on top. Well, it's actually kind of helpful, right? Yeah, let's go like this. Okay, good. So this is coming together nicely. It still needs a ton of work, but it's still okay. Now we have a lot of things here that are messy. For example, this mask here. Let's clean this up a little bit. There we go. So this is cleaned up. The way he looks is still terrible. I feel like I have to do the light on him again. And the thunder is still like that. Maybe a different thunder. Maybe a different lightning picture, right? Okay, 1 second. Oh, okay. By the way, we can color code this red and color code this red. And then this is the smoke in front, also red. And this is the smoke behind, also red. Which one is this? That's the one on the right side. Well, maybe we really don't need that. Let's delete that. And then hero smoke front. Let me see if we use a mesh warp here. Okay, apply. Where did we put the big flame? Oh, we also have this effect here. Well, that's too much now. Okay, we can delete this. Sorry, what does the chat say? Benny is basically Knight King from GOT with access on his... What is GOT again? Game of Thrones? Ah, okay, yeah, maybe. Yeah, that's right. I was thinking about maybe making his face really like an ice effect, like really white, like desaturated and stuff. Could be interesting, right? Okay, 1 second. So here we have the, let's turn this off real quick. Let's delete that. I hate that. Hate that too. Let's delete that too. What is this? Oh, there's some brightness on the body. Okay. Wait a second. Free pick. My favorite source, basically. And the good thing about free pick is you can download as much as you want. Skull. Viking skull. That looks very cheesy. Which circle? How is... Oh, there's a little bit of witch circle. There we have kind of a beast here. Didn't I download something like that already? Let me see my folder. 1 second. Maybe I deleted it again. Okay. Let's see. Ooh. Fiery snake. Okay, let's see what we get here. Wow, okay. Too much. This is nice. It's not bad. We could use that. We can actually... Yes, I like that. Okay, let's download this. That looks very promising. Extract, please. Yes, there we go. How big is the resolution here? Nope, sorry. Okay, there we go. Open this up. Where did we put that? There. I also need to download the license, by the way. Don't let me forget that. There we go. License. Boom shakalaka. Okay, so we have the license now to use that. What do we need to do now? I need to select this part here. And then hopefully make a really cool effect with it. Is this image? No, it's pixel. Okay, never mind. It should technically still work. Let's go like this. Bring this over. Yes, okay. Bring this on top of him. So that might be good. It might be crap, but it might be good. Let's see. Let's open this up, give it a nice blue glow. Bloop. Well, that's the magic of Affinity Photo. So we can delete that. 1 second, we have to do it as a different way. How do we do that? Let's open this and bring this into a new folder and then select tonal range highlights. That looks good. Okay. Bring it in here again. Yes, thank you very much. That looks a lot better. And now we try to do this again. Let's use the FX button here. Outer glow, intensity. Yeah, no, not really. Let's go like this. Radius. Ooh, okay. That's a bit better. Kind of. Inner glow. Ooh. Outer glow. Can we have this in a way that doesn't look bad? Maybe like this. Ooh. Okay, maybe duplicate this. And then go to the lower one and make this a little bit bigger. Maybe give it a different color. Yeah. All right. Let's see how that looks. Well. Yeah. It's not too bad. It's not too good. Let's see. Bring this together in a group. Maybe let's try to make this bigger and put it behind him. I wish the lines would be a little bit less intense on this, like not so fat. Let's see if we make the inner glow into a color. Does it not work? Why? Or why not? Turn this off. Go to the upper one. Color overlay. What does this do? Okay. I still wish it wouldn't be so fat. Let's turn this off and then duplicate this again. And then make this one Gaussian blur. Is that better? Let's make a rectangle here. Gradient. Both. It's actually, it doesn't matter which color it has, basically. Let's set this to 0, like so. And then I need to rotate that like this. Okay, and then I say mask to below. That's the wrong way around, okay. And so this will fade it into existence, as you can see here. Like with the gradient, I can adjust where I want this to be. And how long the fade is going to be. So that's good. I like that. That looks interesting, right? But depth is top notch. Yeah, thank you for that. I feel like the foreground should be more prominent than the background. The depth figure could be smaller and just emerge. Man, I don't know. I mean, you're right. The hero should be the biggest and brightest thing in the image. Maybe not the biggest thing, but the brightest thing. So the death in the back is taking a lot too much attention. But I don't know. I feel like it's still okay. Maybe even with this circle here around him, it's maybe even better. Let's make this a little bit smaller and bring it just behind his head. Maybe like this. No, that's not it. Okay. Good. So now we have some more elements I want to use here to make this even a little bit more magic. Oh, we are already at 2 hours. Man, time flies when you do these edits always. Time flies. But I want to work a little bit longer on this. So please stay with me if you want to. And it's just like, I mean, editing is a long process, right? There is no way around that. Okay, selection, tonal, no, blah, there we go, highlights. Boom, there we go. Okay, so I want to push this. Yeah, let's put this over here. Good, like so. And then what I'm going to do is, let's make a new layer here. Magical signs. Okay, there we go. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to use my clone brush and I'm going to source from here like so. And then I'm saying I want this, first of all, normal here. And I want to have layers, current layer and layer below. And you can see now it is only this size, this sign, sorry. Let's set this to screen. And so I can technically just push this sign here if I want to. Well, it's taken also the background, so that's not ideal. Let me think for a second. How can we, well, I could actually like just copy them over, but I don't want to do that. So let's try this again here. Select everything, copy, push everything in here. Make this smaller. All right, so let's do this again. I need to have this below that layer. And now I can source from here and hopefully this works. Source from here. And now it's black. The only problem we have now is that, well, we do have too much black, too much background. So, oh man, let's put black behind here. There's always something. Okay, now this should work. If not, I'm gonna throw my computer out of the window. So there we go, that looks good. Okay, so let's just put some signs here. Bloop. And then I will take this sign. Nope. Well, now we have the problem that this is too big. Work. I hope my stream doesn't slow down right now because I feel like this is getting really slow right now. I might have to reduce some. You know, actually, I could have done this completely differently. Well, we already added, so let's go on. But there is a simpler way to do this too. I didn't think about that. But I will just keep going right now. I will show you in a second what the simpler way is. What? Why doesn't this copy over here? Oh, it's behind him. Okay, okay, never mind. Nope, we already have that. Let's take this one. Put it over here. Last one. I think that's enough. Okay, let's delete those. Delete, delete, delete. Okay, good. Stream is okay. Okay, that's good. That's good. So the easier way to do this is when you have a layer, you can use simply your lasso tool, and you can select something like this, for example, here, and then you can just move this around. You see, like this, and it's still on the same layer, so it doesn't influence the layer at all. And so now I can, for example, resize that, make some signs a little bit smaller, and others maybe not bigger, but you can make them smaller at least. So you can see I can select this, and then I can make this a little bit smaller. Let's go down here. So we have a little bit of randomness in the size. I'm on the wrong layer right now, sorry. Now, there we go. Okay. Maybe also this over here. There we go. Okay. So we have this now. Yeah, it's kind of epic. The problem we have right now is I think they have a black background. Yes, they do. So I can't make them a glow effect right now. But, oh no, we can't overlay them with color either. This backfired. Okay, interesting. We can just keep it like that, right? Or give me a brush and then set this to blue. No, not transparent, blue, please. There we go. And let's see, when we make this small and then also hardness 0. And set this layer to screen, for example. And then just tap a little bit where they are to make those areas brighter. Let's make this a little bit smaller here. And so we kind of have faked a little bit of a glow effect around our little magical signs here. So this already looks pretty cool. Sign glow blue. All right, there we go. Let's save again. Okay, so now let's adjust the color of our hero again. Because it looks really terrible right now. And also we have to recolor this 1 second so we know which layer is which. There we go. Okay, so where is the color? Recolor adjustment. Is this a recolor for the hero? No. Hero bright, hero dark. This is one. Okay. So the big question here is, can we adjust this in a way that makes it look like the same blue that we already have? Let's see, with green. Whoa. Oh, hello. Okay. push this. No? That's pretty good, right? Pretty happy right now. Let's see on the dark side. I think we use green for that, right? No. Green. Okay, okay. Yeah, it is. It's a little bit too green right now, especially in the face. The rest of the body is good, but I think the reason for that is because his head is has just a different adjustment. Where do we have the head? Here's the head. Maybe this time let's go in here and see what happens if we desaturate the head. It's actually better, right? Let's just desaturate the head and keep it like that. Let me see here. When we go here, light flare. If we can find something. Oh, sorry. I used my Affinity Photo Zoom on this. That's not ideal. Let's just try this real quick. Let's download this. Is it a JPEG or what is this? Yes, it's a JPEG. Okay, that's good. I need the license too. Okay, let's place this. Maybe we get happy with this. Boom. We need this only on the head. Let's set this to lighten maybe. And then make it really small. No, where is it? I lost my... Come on. Where is it now? There we go. I don't know which... Oh, this is the left eye. This is the right eye. Wow. Not too bad. Okay, I lost it again. Please. Okay, there we go. Flare. Eye. I think this is the left eye. Am I right? No, it's the right eye. Okay. R. Okay. So you can create really cool effects by just using the right resources. That saves a ton of time and also makes the stuff look a ton better. Let's adjust this and then also adjust this. And then for the hero head, I kind of feel like I want to adjust the light a little bit, but I don't know how, to be honest. Let's just try to give an adjustment here for brightness and contrast. And then push the contrast really hard. There we go. Done. Perfect. Great. Looks good. Okay. You're right with the composition thing that it doesn't fit 100% with all the stuff that's going on in the foreground. What does the chat say? Free pick is CCO and or non-commercial use. It depends. If you have a premium account, you can use it for commercial things, and if you have a free account, you can also use it for commercial things, but you have to name them as a source of your file. So I have just a 1-year membership, and it has been great so far because I can use it a lot for my channel and also for composites and stuff like that. You even find effects for Photoshop. They don't have brushes, like they have brushes on another page, but it's not included in the free pick page. And also they have like photos and stuff, as you have seen before, like for example, Viking. And then if you, by the way, if you remember that one tutorial that that Benny has done, the image is maybe not from here, but it's also here. Medieval warrior. I'm not sure if I can find it right now, but the guy who is sitting on the ground, that is also on here. I can't find it right now, but it's here. It's here for sure. I think it's out of this series here. 1 second. I think it's from this collection here. It's this guy, I think. And he's sitting on the ground. Can't find it right now. Oh, okay, so there's all kinds of stuff. Anyways, so it's a good resource for a lot of things. It's pretty nice. Yeah. What were we going to do? Oh, yes. So this is pretty cool, but yeah, with the composition. Like, I feel like it would be better if the hero is a little bit more to the right. So there's a little bit more distance between the two. And maybe the death should be a little bit to the left, to the right, and the hero a little bit to the left. But let's not worry about that right now. Let's work a little bit on the lightning here and on the axis that he's carrying, because this is still a big problem that we are having. What is this, by the way? Oh, which circle? This also needs to be red. What is this? Oh, that's the flame behind him. We can delete that. We don't need that anymore. What is this? Oh, that's the lava thing. I thought I built in there. I don't use that. Where do we have the lightning? By the way, if you click on something and it doesn't click on what you want, you can lock it and then it clicks on another layer. Landscape glow. But, well, you still might need to click on a lot of stuff to find what you want to find. I was so sure that the lightning is somewhere here. Oh, there it is. Is that the lightning? Yes, it is. Okay, cool. So maybe we don't even need lightning, or we turn the lightning upside down. That could be an idea, because then it's not taking so much space on the screen. Because right now it's just like, it's a little bit irritating. It's just too much. Let's put this behind the hero and see how that looks. And I feel, by the way, I feel like a lot of a creative process is like happy accidents, where you try something and then it just looks good, it looks interesting, and you're happy with that, right? So there's a lot of planning, like with the composite on the beginning. You really should do that. That's an important part. But apart from that, still be open to a lot of different changes that could be interesting for the work, right? Do we have lightning pictures here, by the way? Let's see. What time do we have? 2 hours and 12 minutes. Well, we can still go a little bit, I would say. Let's play a little bit more. And then, and then go on and end the stream, but not now. You can see you have also these kind of fulfilled pictures here, which is kind of, I'm not sure if these are legal or not, because like who would put this kind of work on a stock page like that where you don't really get that much money for your work, but it's on here. So I'm not completely sure. So I kind of stay away a little bit from those, but there's still a lot of cool stuff on here. Let's click on this here and see if it suggests some more. And you see all these with a crown, you need a premium account for those. You can't use them without a premium account at all. And you can also use Unsplash, but here you have like sometimes you have full collections of images, so that's also nice. But right now I'm not really finding what I'm looking for. I mean, this could be interesting. With the smoke together, this could be nice, actually. Let's try this. There it is. Is it? Yeah, it's behind the hero already. That's good. Let's see if we can achieve something here with the blend ranges. It's not half bad. Let's rasterize this. Delete some of the parts we don't need. Let's get a second thunder on the other arm. Maybe this one here looks good. Let's download that too. License 2. Okay. Let's save real quick. What was the other one? Oh, it says normal. Okay, interesting. Pull this down. I was thinking to put this on the left hand, but actually, like if it goes around the hero, it's kind of interesting. But maybe it takes a little bit too much attention, right? So this might be enough like this. But I don't want it to be like that. That's okay. Yeah, let's go like this. Rasterize. Delete the things we don't need. Should I? Make some more adjustments here, maybe. Okay. Other one too, maybe. Okay. And then let's put a glow disc here, make it white. I feel like there's a gradient on that. There shouldn't be. Oh, this doesn't work. When you use Gaussian blur, for some reason the blend ranges don't work anymore because they get blurred too. I don't know, that doesn't sound like a great idea to blur them too, but they get blurred too, and this is why it doesn't work. So if you do that, you have to also rasterize the layer afterwards with the effect, and then you can use the blend effects. Where is the other one? There we go. Need to remove that upper part here. Why is this so bright right now? Anyways, okay. Now I have no idea where I put that ball. There it is, I think. Hand glow. Let's copy this over to here. The left one is a little bit too strong. Maybe make it bigger. And then also weaker. Okay. The axis. Let's think about the axis, because I think they still have the old color. Oh, we still have the X flames. I don't think we need them anymore. These have been the X flames. I don't think we need that anymore. What do you think? X flames or no? Like it's getting a bit too much with the X flames, maybe. I can leave it in for now, and then we can delete it later. And now I've lost them. Oh man, there's so many layers here. Come on. I need an extra window just for layers. By the way, we can make this smaller so I have a better look here. There's the flames. X blue light. There we go. This is it. Okay, let's try this again. Why doesn't this really change the light? Maybe make them a little bit less intense. from the brightness, the axis. How about that, if it's less bright? Oh, everybody going? Okay. There is a possibility to right-click an element in a picture and find it in layer. But I think, what do you mean? Right-click, find in layers panel. Yeah, well, it's sure, but you have to be able to click on it first. So if you have an element, like for example this circle here, well, it actually selected the circle. But if you have something that's like hard to click on because it's some position where it's kind of hard to reach, then it's kind of getting a little bit messy. But I think like this, all of this is pretty good. Let's save this. And then, what is this, by the way? Oh, this is the Thunderbolt. Okay, we have to also color this. And then we have to color this. What is this? Oh, that's a light. We can delete that. That was crap. Okay, so let's select hand glow. My God, there's so many layers. What is this? Oh, there's a little bit of brightness for the body. Body brightness. I don't even know what to call the layers anymore. It's just so much. Okay. Let's select all of those. Oh my God. And then some of them are locked. That's not good. Okay, there we go. Let's move all of this a little bit over to the left. Of course, now the masks are acting up. So I feel like this is better. And now we have to identify which kind of mask that is here. So these two for sure. 1 second. But there is still one that is that the one? Yes. Okay, perfect. We have found them all. Okay. This is a rendering error, this kind of line here. Don't worry about that. That's a rendering error of Affinity Photo. Yeah, so I'm happy with that, to be honest. I will do some dodge and burn on the hero and make it a little bit more visual, because he's kind of, there's all this blue light, so there should be a little bit more differentiation between what is the different body parts and stuff like that. Everything is a little bit too bright right now, but I'm pretty happy. And I'm also happy with the visual difference between the hero and the monster in the background. By the way, here is a little trick. Let's go copy flatten, and then we will go new from clipboard. So this is now a new layer. And now we are going to make an adjustment. No, wait a second. Let's go here. Gaussian blur, preserve alpha. Let's blur everything like this, for example. And then also let's take our layer and rotate this upside down. Like so. And this is often like, this is something you basically use for drawing, but you can still use here. Which is with the blur and with the upside down, first of all, the upside down tells you a different form of the composition, right? So this is when you put something upside down, you see it in another way. Like, for example, when you see yourself in the mirror and then in a corrected mirror, your face, or like let's say you see your face and then you flip the image and your face suddenly looks strange because the hair is on the other side and your nose goes in a different way than you thought. So the flipping of the image upside down gives you the same effect, where you can say, okay, there is some problem with the composition, there is some problem with some details, or with the flow of the image, stuff like that. So for example, right now I'm seeing that below the sickle here, there is no light. It's all of that is dark. Might be good because you can then completely, like, you can very well see the start of the sickle, but maybe there should be some glow effect. Also, I haven't yet painted in any kind of effect here onto the sickle, so this is also something that needs to be done. But overall, I'm kind of happy with the composition. And what the blurring does is, when you look at the image blurred, the question is, can you still make out what is going on in the image? Can you still see kind of the story of what is going on? And you can see, like, there's a little bit of problems here with the readability in some parts. Like, a lot of it you can still understand in a nice way, especially the monster here, the death in the background. You can still see the details. The village is melting a little bit into the background, so there could be more of a differentiation. And also with the buildings, they are kind of hard to identify as buildings like that. I think the body is kind of good, but maybe also could use a little bit more differentiation here, especially here, the area here with the hands is a little bit too much glow maybe. So basically the outline is a little bit hard to read from the body. So stuff like that can really help to improve your end result and see, is it good or doesn't it look good, stuff like that. Another thing you can do, by the way, is to also make the picture black and white. Let's go like this. Or let's not go like this. 1 second. Let's go here, HSL, and then desaturate like this. And this will give you a good idea of how is the spread out of the darkness and the brightness in the picture. And first, again, is the readability good from the silhouette, from the outlines of the body? And also, is there maybe everything is too bright or everything is too dark or everything is too similar in the image? So this also can give you kind of an idea. For example, right now, maybe let's turn this around again so we have a little bit of a better look what is going on. Right now, if you look at the image, again, the village is melting a little bit with all that glowing smoke into the background too much, so you can't see the village very good. And also here with the landscape, the differentiation between the sky and the landscape is not very strong, so it's really hard to see where the horizon is. You see a little bit of the mountain, but not too much. So yeah, that could be some things done better or adjusted a little bit better. Let's look at it like this. Here you can still, I mean, when it's sharp, you can see it a lot better. But it's still, you can see like the difference between the background here, the sky and the mountain is very small. And also here, the difference between the village and the background is very small. So there still can be some adjustments. Yeah, so these kind of things are very helpful to understand, is your image good or is not, to have like basically an outside perspective onto your own work and to give you some more possibilities to, how would you say, to judge your own work, right? Okay, that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. That was really cool. I hope you enjoyed that too. It was a lot of fun for me. Let's go here for the talk live view. There we go. Okay, cool. Wow. So yeah, that was a lot of work, but it also was a lot of fun. Yeah, let me know if you want to see more of that, more of these kind of composites, maybe easier composites to show you different techniques. For example, it would be like, it would have been super enough to just do the death figure in the background with these trees on the back and stuff like that. And also like, to talk a little bit about these kind of elements. For example, putting the trees on there has both, it has multiple purposes actually, because it tells you the size that this is like really a giant creature. It tells you the age because it is so old. A full tree can grow in its back, stuff like that. So it gives you a lot more information and makes also the picture more interesting to look at. So these kind of things are really helpful for compositions. Yeah, let's tell me if you like that or not. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you had a good time, and see you next time. Let's see what we do next time. And I will do one of these challenges every month now, because I think like they're really, really helpful and give you a really good way to learn and become better. Maybe not just composites, also photo edits, but like more sophisticated stuff, right? Okay, thank you very much and see you soon. Bye.